Dear Africa.
Hey, welcome to Manifest Africa. I am at my Airbnb that I rented for 1 month. I didn't go to the office today, and I didn't go to the office yesterday. I've been staying in doing some work on the computer, and when I'm there, I can't necessarily focus because, they're asking questions or one of my group members, they use my MacBook because his computer isn't working properly. So I had to stay in and try to get some paperwork done. I had to extend my visa. I applied for an investor's visa. Um, and I did all the paperwork and everything, but they came back and asked me to officially register my business, which I was in the process of registering my business anyway, because all of my group members, they started working not yet 30 days ago. So I have to have my business registered and everything before their first payday on the 28th. I decided to go ahead and pay them monthly. It's easier for me to take their taxes out one time a month here. So I was going to have my business register anyway before their first payday so that I could take their taxes out and go pay, register with the tax authority. I have about 5 full-time employees and 2 what they call casual employees. So the casual employees that make less than a certain amount per month, you don't have to pay taxes on them, but the other 5 I do. So, but I'm very happy. I have a very good crew. Actually, I just hired 2 more people, but they're not going to start until the 1st of March. They're editing. We do our videos. We have a great understanding. They completely understand what my project is for CBI, and they're just really doing a great job. So I am excited about that. It's about time for me to leave. I have to go back to the States. A lot has changed since my last videos. I have decided that I'm gonna have to move my dad here with me. My dad, it's been very difficult finding someone to take him to his doctor's appointments, and he actually missed a doctor's appointment, and it's a lot on my younger son. He's working full time and he goes to college full time, and he's kind of like my main source of helping me with my dad. Even though my dad has 24-hour care at the assisted living facility, they don't necessarily take them back and forth to the doctor, not unless it's within 10 miles. And I take him a lot further out than the area I'm in because I like for him to have Black American doctors or African American doctors. So, except for one doctor, she's Indian, I believe. But sometimes you have to go a little further out to get the better doctors. So, yeah, I was concerned him missing doctor's appointments and they're having to get rescheduled, and they charge you if you don't let them know in 24 hours in advance, and it's just a lot. So I'm going to move him here with me, and what I'll do is I'll do a home office because I can't be worried about my daddy. So I can't be worried about him while I'm over here trying to build this company. So I found us a place to rent, and actually what I'm going to do is use part of the place as a home office. So therefore I could pretty much be home every day. I'm going to go to the local nursing academies and get him 2 nurses to be there with us, as well as I'll hire a houseboy, and then I'll be there every day pretty much working, except for when I'm out in the field doing my farm area. I have not hired I've decided to call them information gatherers. I haven't hired my information gatherers yet. I'll do that when I return I have to go home for 2 months. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Y'all just don't know. I don't want to go. I enjoy working towards my business goals every day. I just enjoy the food here. I enjoy the environment. It's safe, I just I don't want to go home. I just don't, but I have to. So I'm gonna have to bring my dad with me because me going back and forth, just checking on him, it's not work. It's not gonna work. I want my daddy with me so I don't have to be worrying. So he basically just sits in one room. He quit even going out to socialize, my son told me, with the other older people in the facility. So, and it's a lot. The nurses here, he can walk around outside. The food is better. His diet will be better. Not all the GMOs and, all of that. So I'm going to try it, see how it goes. I got a place for a year. I'm going to put the advertisements up for the two nurses. And I just think that it's going to be a way better situation. It's just going to be better for him to be with me. Nobody going to take care of my daddy like I am. So it's going to be better for him to be with me where I can monitor his diet and just make sure that he is getting everything he needs. I was a little worried about the healthcare. However, on the Black Spats group, there was a lady that said she had cancer. She was just talking about how excellent the medical hospital is over here. And another few people, they were just talking about how good the healthcare is here and how thorough it is. And so I'm going to look into all of that, about him being able to get reimbursed with his healthcare. Basically, he doesn't need any major healthcare situations. He's 80 years old. So basically, it's just monitoring his health situations that he has. There's really no cure for them. It's just keeping him comfortable. He's not in any kind of pain, but it's just like handling the symptoms, like, of the things that his comorbidities, that he has. So it's nothing like he needs major surgeries or, anything like that. So he's good. I believe like if something happened where he did have to have a major surgery, but I don't think he will, then we would probably maybe go back to the States. I'm not really sure. It depends on what it is. So he doesn't like getting poked on and prodded, and he doesn't even like going to the doctors anyway. So it's just best for him to be with me and to make sure he's getting the best everyday love and care and attention. He's not going to want to come here. I already know that. He didn't want to come to Texas. He's definitely not going to want to come to Africa. However, he only sits in one room. It's not fair for people to think that because I take care of my daddy, like that my whole entire life and all my life goals and dreams and things that I want to do should just stop. No, that's not right. Not when he can just come with me. He doesn't like to leave out of one room with his dementia. His dementia is progressing. He's acting very, very childlike. So yeah, he needs to just come with me. His siblings, they don't communicate with him. My one aunt, I've flown her back and forth from Florida to Texas, just to see him. And she tries to talk to him on the phone, but if it wasn't for me paying for her to come back and forth, she wouldn't see him. So she told me that and she's retired too, so she's retired too, so it's not like she can just get up and fly around whenever she wants to. But she told me when my son went over there the other day that she had him put him on the phone, like he won't answer the phone. He keeps the phone unplugged. I need to get the the number turned off. He will not answer the phone or use the phone anymore. But he told her, she was like, oh, why you not answering your phone or anything, or you got your phone on? And she said he told her, well, I'll just see you when I see you when you come here or whatever, so I'll probably bring her over to Rwanda too. Maybe she'll stay, for a couple months to try to just make it the smoothest transition as possible for him. It's just really, it's really messed up, that his siblings, they just don't even, they haven't visited him. They don't try to call him, but when people are in the wrong, and they get caught, I guess it's guilt that keeps them away. So guilt, keeps them away, because they know that they did them wrong. So, and they did me wrong too, so even though you would think that, yeah, they tried to help, but the thing about it is they should have jumped on my side, the person that's going to make sure that he's taken care of the best, and explain to him, look, let your daughter take care of you, because I don't, even though that I'm sure they're in their hearts, they wanted to do the best that they could. I would hope in their hearts they would. But not having the time, having your own things going on, not able to, it's called passively um, neglecting someone. Maybe not intentionally, but just people have their own lives. So yeah, they don't contact him. So pretty soon he probably, I have all their pictures up, but pretty soon he would probably won't be able to remember everybody anyway. He's already like forgetting his nieces and nephews' names. He doesn't remember who they are. So he just needs to be here with me where I can make sure that he's not neglected. Like, he's in a great place and those people don't neglect them at the facility that he's at in Rockwall. But, everybody knows, people get busy, and when you're quiet and just sitting back and you don't have nobody checking on you as an elder, 2 or 3 days a week, they will passively kind of forget, not his medication or anything like that, but they will, just not give you the best care. I mean, they get busy. So I have even gone, like, even when I had to go out of town and I missed being there for like a week or so, I come back. They didn't tell him to change his shirt. He's got the same shirt with food soiled on there, not making him do his hygiene, just things like that can happen when you older person that doesn't really have all their mind, when they know that, okay, this elder doesn't have anybody checking on them consistently, there are some things that unfortunately, can fall to the wayside concerning their care. And I don't want that from my dad. So it's just best for him to be with me, living with me. We'll go, back sometimes, but I have to be here the whole year. I've been so busy building my company. I just don't even want to leave. I mean, it's just stuff that I need to do every single day. I'm excited about it. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I know the payoff, and I just really don't even want to leave, but I have to because I need to get a container. Found us a place, so I need to ship everything back over here. All my personal stuff that I'm gonna use. It's better to ship because the quality of items aren't as good here, and then they cost way more because of the customs and shipping, I guess. So a lot of things I need to ship, especially just things that, my personal household things, like my pots and pans, I like stainless steel. Stainless steel is hard to find over here. They have a lot of stuff that's plastic, and just, I just need to ship my stuff. My towels and sheets, I want my thick, heavy, you know, RH towels and sheets and all that, So yeah, I'm gonna go home and try as quickly as I can to get these prices on shipping. There is a guy that owns a shipping company that's across from the townhouse that I rented. So I'm gonna try to check with him too. The landlord told me that he ships a lot of stuff from the States. So I'm gonna try to really hustle and get all of that together. I got my office set up with my employees. There's 2 more, so I'm actually gonna have, yeah, well, I have 9 employees, but like I said, it's going to be 9, but 2 are called casual employees, so I don't have to pay taxes on them if you don't pay them over a certain amount. One of them is a driver, so he's not, like, I don't use him, like, he haven't even made over that threshold either to have to pay taxes. So I have everything set up to where, they've already been practicing, Google Meets, because I'm not doing that this time. They have to come to the office while I'm gone. We check in on Google Meets in the morning, and then we also check in again in the afternoon. We'll do that Monday through Friday so that I can continue to pay them. Basically, it's my editors right now. When I get back, I'm going to hire at least, I'm thinking 5 to 10 information gatherers for my farm areas. The land here I can't believe how much the land has increased. And just, I was here February 2022 was when I left. I mean, it's like 10 times the amount almost of what it was for a hectare when I left. I feel like I missed the opportunity when I left, and I didn't get back so fast. And what I was getting offers for basically about 5,000 US dollars a hectare, they're up to like 40,000 a hectare right now. So I've been working hard trying to find someone that is in reality, because the reality of it is you people can ask for what they want, but the area, like the new airport out there, is not going to open until late, probably 2025 if it's on time. The area is not going to be developed. There's nothing really out there yet. There's no hospitals. There's really no restaurants. There's like really nothing out there yet. It's still village style. So you're not looking at, then you have to build. So you're not looking at any return for the minimum 5 years, the minimum, and you can get, for that price, you can get a plot in Kigali in one of the nicer neighborhoods, and you could build, a restaurant or whatever you want to do. And you can have the infrastructure already there. You can have the tourists already there. You can have the clientele already there. You can have the transportation. So I'm having to weigh the options that I thought that I had before I came back, because that is not in my budget, But I do keep track of all the owners' information, what they want, because, that's what my company do. I could help them sell their land, even though I might not be able to get it right now, but I can help them sell their land to some American investors that's in their budget. So I've been really, really frustrated about that. Really frustrated. So I'm trying to reevaluate what I'm gonna do about my own personal property purchases. It doesn't stop CBI though. It doesn't stop me opening my commercial real estate and business brokerage liaison consultant. It doesn't stop me from opening that, and gathering information for that. However, it just stops my personal projects. So that's been unfortunate. I need to look for like some, maybe some investors, but you know, I don't really know anybody. So the few people I've asked, they're not interested in building anything over here. But I'm telling you, the people that build now and have got it in these last 2 years, and even now, when the prices are they're high for me, but they're still reasonable. They're gonna be happy. They're gonna be happy that they did, because it is just coming up, coming up, coming up. I mean, the economic opportunities and the urbanization of the city here, it is growing so fast. I mean, it's growing fast, you know, and it's really nice and it's growing really fast. So, yeah. So, what else? I don't know where I'm going to go stay for 2 weeks. I met a very nice Black American that owns a bakery. I think she's gonna let me come and stay with her for 2 weeks. I was trying to stay back at the boutique hotel because it's right down the street from my office, and then I would have to pay so much for transportation. But they don't want to give me a discount, even though even they raise their prices. And I'm trying to figure out, like, that's why I said, like, people think that it's not money here, and you know, but the investors coming in and the foreigners coming in, the tourists coming in, they're charging US dollars to stay here. I mean, and they're getting business. You know, so they say they are. You know, they're getting business. So this is a great time to invest, to open a office building, a hotel, anything in manufacturing, because it's so hard to get a lot of products over here. It would be way more economical to just manufacture them here. Retail, I mean, the retail plazas here, you know, I wonder, like, as much as they ask for the rent, for the lease, like, are y'all making that money back? They got to be, because people are renting, you know, even Rwandans, you know, so they're making some money. So I did a little research on what Rwandans spend their money on, you know, according to the GDP over here and everything. And I think I'm going to go with a restaurant. So I am going to I already met with a guy. I'm going to meet with another lady. I found another restaurant. I want to do a Black soul food restaurant here because they don't have it. So you have your Indian restaurants, you have your Korean restaurants, you have your Chinese restaurants, you even have your Italian restaurants over here. And then we have a couple Black spats that have opened Caribbean restaurants here. And there is no soul food restaurant. So I'm like, okay, let me jump on that and be the first Black American soul food restaurant. And then I can do that while I'm building my boutique hotel and saving some money to to buy this land. So we'll see. That's my new idea. A lot has changed here, and so you just kind of have to roll with the punches and, you know, change your plan, your business plan along with the way that the economy is changing here, because things are blowing up. I mean, it's blowing up, you know. So yeah, so everything's looking good. I just hate that I gotta go home, but hopefully I'll be able to get my dad over here, get our shipping container filled up and on the way to meet us over here. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Subscribe, thumbs up, share, like, you know, do all those YouTube things that y'all know what to do.
She came onto the country shores
as if she were 100-year storm. Most would heed the warning in time, take shelter before even catching the enticing smell of the beautiful coming rain. A few godlike men, yet untamed by Mother Nature, would embrace the strong, somehow comforting change of winds. Allow themselves to take up the treasures revealed, left behind her impassioned path. Knowing her omnipresence is in the same nature of themselves, which called unto the storm.